Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth. Okay? Now, listen. I mean, I guess it's really not that big of a deal, but I just feel like I need to tell you, just in case you're wondering. I don't have my microphone. I left the cord, the charge, and all that stuff, whatever. I left it in a hotel room. And so yeah, but I ordered another charger for the microphone and also for my speaker too, because I use the same thing to charge. Well, I use the same adapter to charge my speaker and my microphone. Anyway, I mean, girl, it don't matter, child. Because girl, one thing about it, two things for sure, three things for certain. Honey, I ain't never had no issue with projection. Okay? Girl, if y'all ain't gonna do nothing else, you gonna hear what I got to say. Okay? Anyways, let's get into this mess. TJ Holmes. TJ Holmes. Girl, you the airplane flying? You the airplane flying by? TJ, you about to be flying somewhere in a little bit. Because, baby, the people is coming out. Girl, you going to be catching a flight to Bali. And you going to be with, what's his name? Russell. Russell Simmons. When I tell you it rains, it pours. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. Excuse me. Ooh, child, let me drink some water. Oh, my God. Because that's that spirit. Okay, girl. All right. Girl, I don't know what that was about. Probably because it's 1:54 in the morning, and I'm up being messy talking about people. Girl, go to bed. So anyways, no. No, not until I get this mess out. I'm not going nowhere. All right, so listen. This is according to thedailymail.com. This is an exclusive. They say he was a predator who took full advantage of his position. TJ Holmes had an affair with 24-year-old ABC intern, 13 years his junior, after she sought him out as a mentor, and they had sex in his office. This is what it says. Holmes seduced ABC script coordinator Jasmine Petaway after she reached out to him for help as she settled into her new job. The affair began in 2015 when Holmes had been married for 5 years. A source tells DailyMail.com the first time it happened was in his office, and he was about to go on air. The sexual relationship left the young employee confused and uncomfortable. Let me tell you, there's so much stuff I got to say. TJ Holmes engaged in an affair with a script coordinator, 13 years his junior, who reached out him as a prospective mentor, but was left feeling uncomfortable and used after the relationship turned sexual. According to one well-placed source who spoke, the affair with the then 24-year-old Jasmine took place in 2015 when Holmes had been married to his now estranged wife for 5 years. The source who knew Petaway well at the time says he was a PR. Girl, I'm not saying that. It was Jasmine's. She's pretty too. It was Jasmine's first real job in television, and it was a big deal for her. She was looking for a mentor, and she reached out to several people. TJ was someone who was responsive, but he absolutely abused the position of trust and position of power. All right, let's keep on going. At the time, Petaway and Holmes, who had joined the ABC News team in September of 2014, were on the same shifts. The source says Holmes was someone who would grab drinks, and he and Jasmine started doing that. You must remember he was a correspondent at the time, and he's taking time to speak to her about work or whatever. I don't know how long that it had been going on before it got sexual, but I do know the first time it did was in his office, and he was about to go on air in a couple of hours. Girl, I'm not gonna read the rest of this because I mean y'all pretty much got the gist of what we talking about, girl. Let me say something, and then we're gonna be done with TJ because every day is something new with TJ. The first thing I want to say is this: I want people to realize that just because a woman happens to be of age, a grown woman, that does not mean that she can't be taken advantage of. Y'all be 25 and 30 and 35 and 40 and 50 still being taken advantage of by y'all husbands and boyfriends. So I'm not exactly sure. That's no tea, no shade. But we see it all the time. People get taken advantage of all the time. And then when you start to dive into the workplace, right? You have these people in these certain positions. And sometimes what happens is they use that position to they abuse their power. That's why they call it an abuse of power. Look, could Jasmine just be, girl, another Ariane Curry? Possibly. But the truth of the matter is there's one person. There's one person in this entire situation, including that white woman, who we continue to hear stories about and how they have been going around the Good Morning America office, placing their peen inside of women, okay? And it ain't Amy. It ain't Jasmine, girl. It ain't that other woman. It's TJ Holmes. So when y'all get in the comment sections trying to defend someone who clearly, okay, like someone was in the comment section calling Jasmine a HO. Girl, how are you calling her an HO? But he's the one who has cheated on his family with a white woman. And before we found out about that, girl, he had already cheated on his wife with, girl, a producer. And now he slept with, girl, someone who he should have been mentoring. But she's the horror. All right. All right. There's really nothing much I can say because I have talked about this for ever since this story broke. I think I pretty much covered all my bases. You know, y'all want to be in management, y'all want to be in these positions of power, and then you get these positions of power, and then y'all abuse these positions. It's not always, oh, the woman is grown, she should have known better. Girl, he shouldn't have used his position to do what he is doing. Period. Sometimes people feel it's no different than when you hear these stories of these people in Hollywood. Well, she was grown when she slept with the producer. Yes, she was grown when she slept with the producer. But you can't fault her. You need to fault the person who are putting these people in these positions where they feel as though in order for me to get ahead in life, in order for me to achieve my dreams, in order for me to get to the next level, I have to sleep with this person. How are you blaming them? You know what I'm saying? And when I was on Jasmine Brand, some of the comments, y'all disgust me. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Y'all really be disgusting me. Every time I think that we taking 2 steps forward, I don't know why I be having so much hope in humanity. I don't know why. Because every day I be disappointed. I'm just going to start expecting, you know what it is? I need to lower my expectations. I need to expect the worst. So, girl, when it is, girl, okay, girl, whatever. And then when okay, girl, okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was. It's too many people in the comment section defending TJ. And then the real gag about it, girl, is most of them are women. Baby, y'all, when I tell baby, y'all are brain, I need y'all to wake up. Girl, when I tell y'all are brainwashed, girl, how are you defending him? Now, yes, all these things are alleged, and it could very well not be true, but girl, I doubt it. I don't trust nobody, man or woman, but especially no man who is willing to basically just be out and about with his coworker, that white woman, Amy. Like ain't nothing happened. If he was that careless and that reckless, no telling what else he was doing at the office. And then let's just call a thing a thing. I hate to be this person, but girl, y'all have a lawsuit too. Girl, girl, no tea, no shade. All I'm saying is this: I just want for y'all. You know what I really want y'all to start doing? I want y'all to start getting up and taking y'all black asses to work, and then going home and being with y'all families, going out with your homeboys, having a couple of cocktails, and then taking your ass back home because y'all going to work, fucking these bitches, and getting caught up, and now everybody want to run to his defense. I don't like it, girl. Because the truth of the matter is we would not be, I think we need to start from the beginning. Why are we having this conversation about TJ Holmes? Because he can't keep his dick in his pants. Let's talk about it again. Why are we having this conversation about TJ Holmes? Because of what? All right. Let's go to the comment section. A mess. Excuse me. I'm gonna really need y'all to brush up on what it means when someone in power abuses their power. It's called abuse of power. It happens all the time. While a woman could agree to have a sexual relationship with a boss, mentor, etc., it doesn't mean that she wasn't coerced or felt as though her position was on the line if she didn't give in. And then someone put, I think there's something wrong with him, but if you decide to willingly get involved with a married man, I don't think it's fair to play the victim role. Both of them are out of pocket. No, actually, both of them are not. Both of them are not. Because him being the married man, him being the person in position of power, he's in the wrong. Jasmine not in the wrong. What it comes down to is these niggas have no restraint when it comes to pussy, period. Then they get caught up, and then here we go calling everybody, then here we go calling her a hoe and saying that she wrong. Even if Jasmine was sitting on his desk with her legs gapped open, playing with her puss, he should have ran and got HR and said, I need this bitch fired out of my building. But no, you know what's going to happen with a lot of dudes? They're going to go and just crawl between the legs. Married and all. Boss and all. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. I don't care if Jasmine was pussy popping on a handstand. He should have ran out the office. Girl. This is a fourth staffer he had a sexual relationship with. That man was a menace. At this point, we have to call a thing a thing. It does sound like he's a predator. It sounds like he's going around preying on certain people. And then, I'm sorry, when you have someone who is, 13 years older than someone, girl, our brain ain't even fully developed until we're 25. I'm not trying to take away the responsibility from someone just because they're 21. Because not 21, girl, because I ain't saw having sex when I was 25. When I was 25, I knew exactly what I was doing. Okay? So it ain't no ifs, ands. Ow! It ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it, baby. I knew exactly what I was doing, okay? When I was 27 and 28 and I was out here fucking unmarried men, I knew exactly what I was doing. Girl, it wasn't no ifs, ands, buts about it. It wasn't nothing to have no conversation about. Girl. But what I'm saying is, in some cases, girl, that's not the case. Especially when you have people, especially when you think about work environments, girl, when you have people who are trying to get ahead, it's just gonna look bad, period. If you have a store manager having a sexual relationship with a sales associate, girl, and people find out, it's gonna look bad. It's already gonna look bad that the store manager is having sex with somebody anyways, but a sales associate? If you have a manager having sex with one of their subordinates, it's gonna look bad. No matter how you slice it and dice it. Because then people are gonna start to say, well, did you promise her something? Did you say, well, I can get you to move up. I can help you move up in a company. Yeah, I'm gonna teach you some stuff. Let's go in and have some cocktails and talk about it. Like, you know what the real gag about this whole situation is? The thing that bothers me the most is because it do be so many women out here defending the men. But girl, then y'all will turn around like next week and complain about these trash ass niggas. But y'all be the first ones to put your cape on and defend them all in the same breath. Like, I don't understand that. I know that every man is not the same, but it is a large part of men, gay and straight, that are just trash ass human beings. Women too. I'm not gonna act like women can't be trash. Okay? But there's a large portion of men, whether gay or straight, that are just absolutely trash. Okay? And TJ Holmes, in my opinion, based off what I've been reading, is a trash ass nigga. Period. And I'm defending that. Okay? That man is horrible. And he has used his looks, he has used his power to take advantage of some people. And now it's caught up with him. Someone left a comment that I thought was right on point. Here goes somebody. Here we go. It's always take a black man down, and it's a conspiracy. Never hold them accountable. Look at the evidence, number of witnesses. Did he plan to buy NBC too? Hey! Is Rock Nation conspiring behind his back too? And this is what she put. And I'm about to agree with this. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all automatically see everything through the lens of racism. And it's impacting your ability to critically think. When HR does an investigation that investigates both parties and whatever allegations have been brought against them, at this time, there is no reason to think she had any other illicit work. She's talking about Amy, because somebody brought up Amy. Basically, why they talking about the black man and not the white woman. At this time, there is no reason to think she had any other illicit workplace affairs. Because if she had, they drag her through the mud. She is still a woman, and men will still drag a woman, white or not. She isn't being absolved for her involvement in the affair. This is why she isn't on air. That's the thing. That's the thing. Like y'all are acting like Amy is back on air. Amy ain't got no fucking job, in case y'all ain't remember. At this point, it sounds like this could have been Amy's first time, girl, getting into a relationship at work that she had no business getting into it. It don't sound like this is TJ's first time. So Amy's consequence for being in an inappropriate relationship is, girl, you're about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. They snatched her ass off of the air, right along with him too. Now these stories are coming out. They're probably looking for something for Amy, because Amy is suing too, but they probably can't find nothing except for the fact that she slept with this nigga. Because best believe you me, ABC ain't about to just give up no money, girl, just because. Now, she's a white woman, but girl, they just ain't about to give up no money. Especially if they can find some dirt on the heifer. You best believe they probably digging. Girl, it's sad to say they ain't probably got to do a whole bunch of digging with TJ, because, I mean, he's a nigga who ain't have no restraint over his dick. Anyway, she isn't being absolved of her involvement in the affair. This is why she isn't on air and is facing disciplinary action up to termination. This isn't about race. I hate to be that person. We could probably say it was about race if Amy was back at her job. Now, Amy come back to Good Morning America next week, then maybe we could start screaming that. But even then, based off what a lot of people have said, it was a consensual relationship. And even then, I was still kind of questioning, because they're based off of TJ's record and Amy's. Okay. I'm just saying. TJ put himself in this situation. He did. He really did. But let me clarify something also. If she was the one who initiated whatever alleged relationship that they say that they're having, the responsibility, because he is in a position where he holds the power, the responsibility still falls on him to make sure that after, if this was the case, she initiated, this relationship, she was the one who hit on him first, it's still on him to make sure that it never happens again. Whether it be him reporting this person to human resources, making sure that, okay, this mentorship thing is not going to work because she is out of order and out of line, right? But that sounds like too much like right. So, yes, if she was in his office, and that was just a scenario I just threw in the air, of course, but if she was in his office with her legs wide open, girl, yes, she would definitely need to be dealt with, okay? However, because he is the person in power, girl, the responsibility to make sure that situation is handled correctly, it really falls on him. You don't get to be in a position that comes with expectation, requirements, and then still want to act like, girl, you're not in that position. I've said this plenty of times. If you want to continue to move as if, girl, it is what it is, then you need to be in a position where kind of like it is what it is. And as horrible as this may sound, they're not going to treat, and I say sales associate because, I worked at the mall, a few places in the mall, but they're not going to treat a sales associate like they do the store manager. They're not going to treat a sales associate. They're not going to expect what they expect from a store manager from a sales associate. They're not going to expect human resources, what they expect from human resources from a sales associate. They're not going to expect, right? Now there still are expectations, but girl, you're not going to be held in the same regard. You're just not. So, like I said, I know I know there are some times where, women are just hoes. That's just what it is, right? But I think that we have to get out of this idea that, girl, anytime there's a situation like this, it's automatically, well, she grown. She grown. She knew what she was doing. Girl, don't nobody care. She was grown. She 24. She know what she was doing. No. Yes, she is grown. Yes. Was she forced to do something, right? Because I think that sometimes people feel as though if it's not forced, then it's not an issue. Yes, it still can be an issue. Because if that young lady thought that, well, he's telling me that there are certain things that you have to do in order to move into the company. That he's telling me that, girl, sometimes you may have to go a different route. Like, it's mind blowing to me that, girl, like, after all the stories that we've read, that, girl, there are people out there still trying to give TJ Holmes the benefit of the doubt. Because the nigga is trash. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. The nigga is trash. And again, these stories are alleged, but, girl, are they really? Girl, we're going to say alleged. But are they really alleged, girl? He's trash. He's a trash-ass man. Any man who jeopardizes his family, puts on the stunts and shows that he puts on, right? All online talking about your black queen. girl, and how she's so strong. But girl, we look up and you throwing dick all around the studio without a care in the world. Have been multiple situations where they say this man has had an affair. And y'all still want to make it seem as though, oh, girl, they just trying to take if this was a white man, if this was a girl, I love. Do y'all I feel like sometimes y'all try to make everything about the attack of the black man. Girl, do y'all, who we, why are y'all acting like we talking about Barack Obama? Girl, that's the thing that it's so hard for me to wrap around my head. Yes, I get in some situations. Yes, it is an attack on the black man and the black woman. But girl, that's not every case. I get it. I get it. That is the case in some situations. But when you hear these stories of the TJ Holmes, right? When you hear these stories, like I said, girl, we could flip on our TV and see these men take advantage of women all the time. Look how CBJ did Jocelyn. He gave that girl the best he could do. Now, this is the man who came up with, girl, breakdown. Girl, CBJ is a hell of a producer. And girl, he threw that girl, I sent you with my kitty cat. Sent you with my kitty cat? Hey, sent you with my kitty cat. What's a kitty cat? Girl. So it's like we see these men put these women in these positions where they are taken advantage of. We see it all the time. So it's just mind-boggling that, girl, y'all don't think that there's a possibility that, yes, in this situation, this woman could have been taken advantage of. Yes, it's a possibility. Is it a possibility that she could just be a hoe like some of y'all want her to be? That's a possibility too. But girl, based off of TJ's track record and the ain't shit nigga that he is, I would not put it past him to have taken advantage of this 24-year-old intern. I just would not. Sorry, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. It's not hard for me to believe that when people get in positions of power, that they abuse their power. We know that to be true. Girl, whatever. For real. Then I'm gonna be done. Because this segment is getting too long. Y'all know I'm a little long-winded. The response to someone like TJ Holmes should not be, you know what it is? TJ Holmes, they say that he has been basically off his penis, right? Not every situation is he took advantage of this person. There could be a situation with one of the women that TJ Holmes messed with, like Amy, where it was really just kind of like, girl, I willingly hopped on a D and did a full split, right? But there are scenarios, cases, a situation where it could be that, girl, he actually did take advantage of a situation. And every time some black man gets caught up, y'all cannot get in the comment section, girl, trying to excuse the piss poor behavior and pull the what if it was a white man card. Well, if he was a white man, then he wouldn't even be going through this. Girl. That should not be your response to someone to a situation when an article comes out and they say that this man could have potentially abused his position, abused his power, abused a situation where he was supposed to be mentoring a young woman, right? Because our brains don't even fully develop until we're 25, some shit like that. Your response to that situation should not be, well, if he was a white man. Girl, I'm done. Let's move on. Mel B's ex-husband, Stephen Belafonte, sued for fraud. Singer claims manipulation. So Mel B's ex-singer is being dragged to court by an upcoming singer who claims he cost her a fortune after allegedly grifting her into a bogus management contract. Girl. Do I think she lying now? I mean, girl, we hear these stories all the time about these men and these contracts. Not these men, but just the entertainment business, period. Men and women. We've heard stories from, y'all know, Pebbles, girl. Hey, Pebbles. But I think she, did she win that little lawsuit from VA? What's that, Pebbles? And I love you always, baby, always. Baby, don't leave me, don't ever desert me. I promise to love you always. Baby, don't ever leave me go. Girl, that's a song. That is a song. I ain't even gonna say a lie. Shout out to Pebbles, oh thieving ass, allegedly. Girl. Anyways, child, so Malu Trevijo, is that how you say her name? She ain't got no panties on in this picture. Maybe she do, girl. I don't know. Let me stop looking at that girl coochie area. I don't even like coochie. That's what y'all think. Okay, I'm up to surprise y'all in 2023. Yes. Anyways, child, has just filed a lawsuit against Stephen Belafonte, whom she alleges swindled her into signing a binding deal to have him represent her exclusively as her manager. This after she says he discovered in 2020 and suggested they meet one-on-one to talk business. See, this is another thing too. People taking advantage of people. It happens all the time. I'm about to prove my point, prove another point. These people in the entertainment industry, they know that there are people out there who want to live out their dreams. And they swing this girl diamond in front of their face, right? Like, I can help you, I can help you, I can help you. And girl, we don't be knowing nothing about no business, and here we go just signing our life away. Girl, getting into a 20 album deal. Girl, ain't nobody coming out with no 20 albums. Girl, okay? Ain't making no money. Anyways, in her court documents obtained by TMZ, Trevijo claims Belafonte completely misrepresented himself as a licensed talent agent, and not just that, but also says the agreement he had signed her was completely one-sided in his favor, which she says she naively signed. The contract, however, isn't her biggest gripe. It's the alleged misappropriation of funds, not to mention what she claims, which were predatory financial practices Belafonte undertook. For example, she alleges Belafonte rented a luxury Beverly Hills home in 2021 with her cash, but according to her, lied and insisted the lease was only for a few months, when in fact she says it was actually for a year. Unbeknownst to her, for the majority of the time, she claims Belafonte was using the pad for himself and having her pay for it. Another instance of alleged fraud that she hurls is a $400,000 loan she claims Belafonte lent her through a friend, only to charge her a massive amount of interest upwards of $150,000. Ooh, girl. These are just a couple of the manifestations of what she claims was a lot of self-dealing on his part, all at her expense and under shady circumstances. For this, she says she's entitled to major damages from Belafonte because he's cost her a lot of dough in 2 years. She is suing for fraud, conspiracy, theft, misappropriation, and breach fiduciary duty, among other things, asking this to be hashed out in front of a jury. Ooh, girl. This was also an update. Belafonte's attorney, Edward, whatever his last name says, Trevijo's lawsuit is just an attempt to distract from recent allegations of abuse leveled against her by former staffers. He continues, Mr. Belafonte contends that he is in possession of evidence proving she abused him and others. Girl, now she abused him. Girl, I ain't reading that shit. Girl, let me read it, because let me be foul, girl. abused him and others, including repeating the use of N-words towards him. Girl, can I say something? Girl, I'm not trying to say she ain't said the N-word, but girl, if she said the N-word, you kept her around you. Now you mad because she called you the N-word. But quiet as this kept, I ain't even gonna sit here and girl, I almost said the wrong thing. Did she call you an N-word after she found out you had leased that house in her name for over a year? Did she call you an N-word after she found out you leased that name in the house in her name for over a year? Did she call you an N-word after she found out you had charged her $150,000 in interest on a $400,000 loan? Because I would have called you a nickel too. That sounds fucked up, but that's just the truth. Girl, you would have been everything in the book. Girl, I would have probably drugged your children into it. Y'all want to talk about, don't talk about the kids. Girl, girl, the kids would have been brought into it. Your grandmama would have been brought into it. Your dead great-great-grandmama would have been mentioned. Your papa, who was a Rolling Stone damn show, would have been mentioned, because it's probably where you got your trifling ass ways from. Girl, everybody would have been getting drugged. Girl, period. I'm just saying. Wait. DJ Mustard's ex-wife, Chanel Thierry, is reportedly seeking more than $80,000 in monthly child support for their 3 children. You know, DJ Mustard, that's the one who used to be fat. And then got a little liposuction tummy tuck. Girl, gastric bypass. Well, I don't know what that man had, girl, but girl, you know the niggas is going under the knife. Girl, they're not telling us, girl. The gays is saying it. Girl, the gays is telling. Right? Y'all know we can tummy tucks and liposuction and girl, BBLs and all that shit. Well, girl, not me, cause girl, I don't need none of that. I'm just saying, girl, I was blessed. Oh, girl, she's height weight, but like what the girl saying, girl, I do need to lose a little bit of weight, but girl, what the girl say on Jack? Are you height weight proportionate? Very much so, baby. Okay? Now let me get this body together, honey. The body's gonna body. Okay? Who is the body? Girl, I really could be the body. Oh my God, I need to get my body together. Oh, child. But girl, DJ Buster, girl, used to be fat. And all of a sudden, girl, he done lost a little weight. That's how these niggas do, girl. They lose a little weight, girl, and then all of a sudden, girl, they want to be with you no more. Because, girl, she been with him for a very long time. Y'all gonna stop putting all y'all trust in these men. Girl, then y'all be in court begging for money. Okay? Well, this is a little different because he needs to take care of his kids. Because we talked about this before. I don't think that I don't know, girl. I don't want to repeat that, but we've talked about this before. Not this necessarily this story about her filing for child support, but we've talked about them before. DJ Mustard and Chanel Thierry have decided to part ways, and it looks like the super producer may be looking at a hefty monthly child support payment, according to documents obtained by The Blast. Mustard's ex-wife is reportedly seeking $82,628 in monthly child support payments, joint physical and legal custody of their 3 minor children, and tie-breaking authority as it pertains to decisions concerning their health. Girl, let me see how much his income is. Hold up. I hate going to these. I hate clicking on this stuff. Come on. Where is it at? See, that's what I'm saying. They do a horrible job. Like that's what I be talking. That's why I hate clicking on the link, because they shit don't never be in order. I'm clicking on the link. I don't know. It should be in the same order as you have it on your page. Now I have to look for it. They so stupid. I fucking hate the Shade Room. Get y'all shit together. Let me click on the link again. I done got mad. Because it don't make no sense. Let me show y'all what I'm talking. Let me show y'all what I'm fussing about. You see when you go to their page? So this is the page. So this is the page at the top, right? The article is right Here. That's an article about them. So when you click on the link to read the whole thing, sorry. Hold up. Go back. It's nowhere to, it's not on here. You see? It should be over here somewhere because that's where it was. Girl, y'all talking about Julie, Todd and Julie, Todd and Julie was talked about a couple of days ago. I just want to know how much the nigga make. That's it. Anyways, girl. I'm about to stop fooling with y'all blogs. Because, not y'all blog, I'm talking about the Shade Room. Because I need y'all to just get y'all stuff in order, that's it. Because if I start going to the white blogs, or just TMZ period, I mean, they don't really need me, but I'm just saying. I don't even care no more, girl. Anyways, girl, I hope she get her money, though. Because I know at one point, I think she said that she wasn't getting anything from him. Right? Right? Ain't that what she said? Gossip Girl reboot canceled by HBO Max after 2 seasons. 2 seasons. Showrunner says series is looking for another home. Let me tell y'all something. I never really was into Gossip Girl like that. I remember seeing pieces here and there, but I never watched the original Gossip Girl ever. So my first time ever watching it was the reboot when it came on HBO Max. When I tell you that shit was trash to me, girl, it was trash. It was, listen, I do believe that rich kids do live in a different world where the rules don't apply to them like they apply to me and you and girl, most of everybody else. But it was just things in that show. I was just like, girl, this don't even, I guess because that's not my world, right? So I can't really fathom it being this way. But it was a hard, I tried to make myself like it, but I just couldn't get into it. Like again, I know those kids, I know rich kids are in a whole different universe, but it was almost like I was watching grown. I was like, are these, like, I know, it almost felt like to me, they should have been in college doing what they was doing. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it didn't feel like to me like I was watching high school students. It felt like I was watching college students. Like they were almost like, girl, y'all doing all that in high school? Like, I know this is supposed to be fake, I guess, but it just seemed more of the lines of a college TV show and not a high school show. Like, girl, y'all almost pushing grown. Girl, like, y'all doing a lot. Girl, a lot. Girl, y'all just going into the bar ordering drinks. Like, girl, what? And I'm not saying high school students don't drink because, girl, high school students drink because, girl, well, not me, girl. I'm saying, girl, I was a goody two shoes, girl, quiet as it kept. But, girl, like, the people was drinking in high school. But, girl, you don't just go to a bar and order a drink, girl. You was usually sneaking and doing it, right? I don't know, it was just like, I was like, this is a hot ass mess. And I think I got to like episode 6 or something, and I don't think I ever went back. I was really trying to force myself to watch the show. And the only thing, I can't even remember. The daddy with his fine ass. The daddy, the one, she was kind of poor. She wasn't poor. She was poor compared to them. They was living in the grandmama's house or something. Girl, I can't remember, girl. He was fine. He was about the only reason why I was watching, because the thing was fine to me, child. It was a black girl with the black daddy. They lived, I think, in the grandmama's house or something. That's the only reason why she was able to go to the school. I can't remember. That's what I can't even really remember the story. Girl, just let it go. That show was horrible. Girl, that show was horrible. Let it go. Girl, let it go and don't let it come back. That show was horrible. Mm-mm. 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 Sakina, the first comment I see is simply Sakina. You liked it? Girl, how you liked it? Girl, that was a mess. She said she liked it. Hey, Sakina, girl. Shout out to Simply Sakina. You like it? I didn't like it. I thought it was trash. Girl, I thought it was horrible. I guess I ain't gotta watch it, right? Girl. But clearly ain't nobody, girl, wasn't nobody watching it if they canceled it. Girl, Simply Mixology offers new mocktail and mixer for your girls tonight, for your next girls tonight. Girl. Girl, I guess, girl, just give me some tequila, girl, because I ain't got time. Simply Beverages is expanding beyond its line of juices, presenting a new batch of mixers to take to your adult beverages to the next level. In the upcoming days, the Coca-Cola branch will present its inaugural mixer line and flavors. Strawberry guava mojito, lime margarita, and peach sour, known as a mocktail and mixer. Simply Mixology can be enjoyed inside your glass of tequila or by itself. I'm not really, girl, just give me some alcohol, child. Like, I was never into, what are they called? Lime margaritas. I hated lime margaritas because lime margaritas will give you a buzz. You know, if that was the only thing around, I mean, girl, I'm gonna drink her. Girl, now she's not gonna turn out on alcohol. Girl, I don't care what it is. Girl, it could be Hennessy. Yeah, it could be Hennessy. It could be Paul Masson. Girl, it could even be a little Taco Vodka. Girl, I don't know about no Taco Vodka. Girl, last time I drank Taco, girl, I will take a little sip of Taco Vodka. Girl, I have not drunk Taco Vodka in years. The last time I drank Taco Vodka, I think it was probably, from what I can remember. Ooh, girl, it was probably, 8-9 years ago. I'd say probably 7-8 years ago. No. Yeah, I'll say probably like 7-8 years ago. Girl, this was when South Beach was open, because they had closed South Beach and then they just reopened South Beach a few months ago. I think like last summer. It's this little club in Houston, some little white club, girl. Girl, I remember going to the bar and well drinks be like $2. At the time, they used to be like $2. You know, well drinks ain't nothing, child. Well, girl, now they are. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. So when I was in New York, girl, it's a club in Harlem called Bottle Lounge. I was looking at a flyer, girl, and they had like their drink specials. Girl, why they had $11 well drinks? Girl, I said, girl, excuse me? Girl, $11 for a well drink? Then what, bitch, how much a Casamigos cost? Well, girl, how much is a Tito's and tonic? Girl, how much is a Tito's and tonic? Because if you're charging $11 for a well drink, then girl, how much are you charging for Top Shelf? New York is expensive. Girl, I'm going to just tell y'all, I stayed at the A-Loft, Harlem. I'll never stay there again. But I stayed at the A-Loft, Harlem. I stayed there before the very first time I went to New York, and I swear I did not have issues with the hotel. This time, girl, I felt like I could have just stayed at the Motel 6, quiet as it's kept. It wasn't that bad, but I was like, girl, girl, no. I was hungry. It was like 9:30. And I had been asleep pretty much all day. And because I had got drunk the night before. And I was hungry. So I was like, I need to find something to eat. And I remember there was like a Chick-fil-A right around the corner from the hotel. So I go to the Chick-fil-A around the corner. And I was like, give me a number one, just a regular chicken sandwich, right? The meal, give me an Oreo shake, and then give me a 4-count strip. Because I knew I was probably going to be hungry again later that night. Like, because I was thinking in my head, like, if I go out tonight and drink, because usually when I drink, I get hungry. I was like, I need something in my room, you know, just to eat after I get back from the club. So I got a number one for, baby, you know how much that food costs? A number one with an Oreo shake and a 4-count chicken strip. I still remember the exact price. I think it was the exact price. $24.11. I said, this bitch got me fucked up. I almost cussed that little girl out. That little girl ain't did nothing but tell me the price. That little girl ain't made up the price. That little girl ain't made up the prices. She ain't made up the menu. Girl, she didn't say, girl, she ain't did nothing but just say, how are you doing, sir? Okay, Mr. Rodney, your total is going to be $24.11. That girl ain't did nothing but do her job. Sweet as pie. Cute little girl. Okay? You almost cussed that little girl out. Girl, bitch, what did you just say? Girl, what did you just say, girl? Girl, just give me my food, girl. Girl, just give me my food. Just give me my food. Girl, give me 4 barbecue sauces and 2 ketchups. Okay, I didn't even need all that sauce. But I felt like I needed to get something for $24.11. I should have got 10 packages of barbecue sauce just because. And brought some of that shit home. Yeah. We're going to talk about New York in another video because I was just like, girl, it is so expensive in New York. Everything is high. Like, everything. And again, I went to the liquor store. It was a liquor store right there in Harlem. That's why I love Harlem, girl. Come see the niggas. Girl, yes, girl. I said, oh, girl, yes. Bitty, bitty, bum, bum, girl. When I tell you, girl. Girl, the blacks, baby. The blacks, the Cubans, the Puerto Ricans, the Afro-Latinas. I said, bitty, bitty, bum, bum. Girl, yes. Girl, them niggas be fine. And girl, the way y'all be talking, girl, you know how like the way y'all talk in New York, I be like, oh, girl, say it again. Girl, say it again. Oh, wait. The accent y'all be having, y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh, girl. Y'all know what I'm talking about, that New York talk. Like that, like, it's the, I don't know, I can't describe it. It's like that, I don't know. I was talking to this black guy. Girl, I hooked up with this black guy. Girl, let me go tell you, girl, motherfucker was fine, girl. And girl, the way he was talking, I was like, ooh. Just, girl, you can read a book to me. Girl, because the way you just sound. That little accent. Girl, it's like, ooh. Oh, wait. Ain't God good? Ooh. I said, ooh, wait. Okay, what was he talking about? I just be running my mouth. Shout out to all the new people on my channel. My channel is a little different than other folk. I like to just talk. I like to have conversations as though like I'm on the phone. I like to kind of make it a little personable, if that makes sense. So if you come over here, it's not gonna be like you watching the news. It's really messy phone conversations. This is literally how I talk on the phone. It just be all over the place. Okay? Girl, you gotta keep up, girl. Anyways, child. Okay, child, I'm about to go because it's getting late. Why'd you have to be here beside me? Girl, I be messing up the words, girl. What's the words? Wanting watching, needing me. Am I afraid? You say, don't be. But I'm afraid. You say, don't be. Girl, remember one time I saw her at a concert? This was at a Pride one year. You know what I'm saying? I was upset. What was it? I was pissed off. Girl, so me and my friend, we was in Atlanta for Pride. This was years ago. I think I was like in my 20s, I believe. This is when she had first, this is I think around the time she came out with her first solo album. Whatever that was, I think. Anyways, girl, we went to the club in Atlanta. Me and one of my best friends. Girl, I was like, girl, is this a lesbian club? Girl, when I said I was pissed. Girl, girl, we walked in the club and I saw all y'all bitches in the club. Bitch, I was ready to go. Girl, I don't want to see this whole number. Girl, why you got me at the lesbian club? Girl, I want to be where the niggas are. Girl, I was over it, chill. I was like, oh my girl, after she performed, I'm leaving. Girl, she better be, girl, if she come out at 1, girl, let me say something, girl, 1:30, but she better, 2 o'clock, I'm hitting into the punk club. Girl, because I know the club's not going to close about 4 o'clock. I'm gone. I'm getting to the other side of town, honey. We went to the club, we saw her perform. I think she came back. I just remember her being on stage thinking she was doing a lot. Girl, I was still like enjoying the little performance, but I was like, she's doing a lot tonight. But I love that first album. Ooh, I love that first album. Friends and Lovers was good too. Friends and Lovers was a cute. I don't know if that was considered an album or a mixtape. I don't know. But her first album, Late Nights, Early Mornings, was a good album. Friends and Lovers was a good album. One of my favorite songs on that album or mixtape, whatever it's called, girl, was La 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 La, girl. And OMG, Oh My God, oh, girl, it's one of my favorite songs too. Girl. All right, y'all. It's getting late. I'm about to get off of here. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. I'm about to take a melatonin because I know if I don't, I'm going to be up to about 7 o'clock in the morning. I can never get my sleep. I can never get my sleep to where I want it to be. I really wish I could be one of those people who slept at night and woke up in the morning. But literally, I'm the complete opposite. I sleep during the morning and afternoon, and then I'm up, girl, all night long. So when y'all basically waking up, getting ready to go to work, girl, I be going to bed sometimes, most of the time. There have been times where I can go to sleep like a normal person, like 11 o'clock. But that means I had to probably been, I don't know, child. It's been times where I have been asleep at a decent hour. But for the most part, girl, I be having insomnia like a motherfucker. I heard this also due to stress. I don't know what the fuck I be stressing over, child. Anyway, child, it's about to turn to a therapy session. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.